Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talking About Some Meat. And today we're going to be talking about some personal stories and just funny stuff that happens to us in the past or something that happened recently.
Am I the
Mhm.
only one that heard meat instead of Shmeat?
It's okay. He said Shmeat goop last time.
Did I say meat?
I don't know.
You might have.
Shit, I knew I shouldn't have beat my meat before I came on here.
Ah, There's only
But
four of us here today.
since I'm the quote unquote host, I guess I'll start off with the first
Wait,
story.
wait, wait, wait,
Whoa,
wait.
whoa.
Who's here? We got me. This is Georgie. We got DeMarco.
Oh
We
yeah, I
got
forgot to say who's here.
Yeah, you
and we got
stupid.
Purple.
We got me,
And we got Caesar.
Hey, what's up?
Smelly Boy 65.
How could I be so stupid? I'm a fool in a man's shoe.
Why
All right,
man
kick it
she?
off, Daymaco.
All right, I'm starting this off. All right, so I got a funny story of when me and my friends were playing some throwback football. So we were in the park and we were just like having fun, throwing back the football. Then my friend throws the football a little bit too far, and then there's this group of girls walking. The football hits one of the girls. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I'm laughing what comes after. The one of the girls like gets hit with the football and she ends up falling on her face and she cracks her phone. So
Oh,
I'm just like, holy fuck. Then like
No.
my friend being a nice gentleman, he runs up and apologizes, but then like, oh my god, the baboon really showed.
The baboon?
Dude, she was screaming at him so loud. And he was like apologizing. He was like genuinely sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And it's very hard to make him mad. So like she just kept pushing him around and like poking him like, I can't believe you did this to me. Like how could you? And then like he was just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Then it got to the point where she pushed him and then like he was like, you know what? Fuck you. Then he just like started fucking cursing her out. Then I was like, bro, just leave it alone. Then she kept kind of trying to come for him. And then I was just like, if you don't stop, you're not gonna like what's happened next. And then she's just going off. She's just going so she's just still going off. Then I was like, okay, whatever.
The
I don't
Marco.
condone alright, I don't condone hitting women.
You fucking domestic abuse condoner. What are you doing?
I don't condone hitting women, but like she kept like at this point she started punching him. So he got mad and then he restrained her on the ground and then like dude it looked like it hurt.
That's
God
very
damn.
interesting.
And and then we never played football at that field ever again.
it's cursed.
Oh my god, dude. He should just throw the
Dude.
ball in her face again.
Touchdown,
Remember
bitch.
Oh,
Just spiked it on her fucking forehead, just BAM!
oh, no. Take a bit of hair off.
The weave. The weave falls off.
Dude.
Alright, whoever wants to go next can go.
Got any stories, Caesar?
No, I want to share one with fucking DeMarco, the
Mm.
origin of the chip war.
Oh no.
Alright, you can go ahead and start it off.
All right, so we were at lunch. Actually, I don't remember very much of it. So we were just heading. I was heading to lunch, and like, you were already there, right? Or-
Yeah, I had already had I had like a lot of chips.
And I was just making my way over there, and I forgot how like it all fucking started.
All right,
Like-
I'll help you out. So basically, what happened? I had my chips right, but I wasn't really hungry. So I looked at our friend David.
Oh,
You might
no.
hear me talk about him in the future. So I was like, yo, you want these chips? And he's like, oh, sure, why not? So he like takes like 3 bags of chips. Then like so I think we played like a game of Yu-Gi-Oh. Then we got bored. So he decides just to open a bag of chips, takes out chips one by one, just starts slamming them on the table.
Oh my god.
So he's just slamming chips on the table and shit. And then and then I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Stop! You're making a mess. Then I have my phone
Wait,
out.
didn't we get a complaint?
I think I don't know. I don't remember. Uh,
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
I know.
no, I think one of the monitors told us to pick it up, and David never did. But so anyway, like I had my phone out, and then David was like, "Man, shut the fuck up." Then he grabbed my phone, and then he smashed some chips on my phone.
No.
Then he was like, so like it's like another 5 minutes, and everyone's about to leave. He was like, "Yo, anyone got a piece of paper?" And then we were just like, "Why?" You gotta let him know I was here. So he was like,
I gave him the
I'm the
pencil.
chip. I'm the chip warrior." And he was like, "Nah, I'm the chip warrior.
War.
WARER."
Why?
And he left the note. And we were the first lunch. So whoever sat there for second lunch is just like, I can only imagine.
What the fuck? Oh, the chip war. Is it because he spelled it wrong?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
he spelled it wrong on purpose because he
Oh.
wanted to seem stupid.
War.
The chip
That's
war.
actually his like account name before he made his new one.
Yeah.
Chip war. Why?
That's fucking genius, dude.
There was a time like we actually threw chips at each other. I
Oh,
think. We were on that mess.
David was beating my ass. All right, you or
Alright.
George can go next.
I'll go. So, I got abused by animals. Technically, I didn't, because I abused them first. That's not the point.
What the fuck?
Alright, so there's two stories about this. So, the first one, I was at this lake, right? And I'm over here feeding bread to the little ducks and the geese, right?
Mhm.
I'm like, here, take some, take some. I'm like, and I just walked too close. I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm like, nothing's gonna happen to me. But I didn't know at the time. And then I started getting chased by this fucking goose.
Goon.
I got gooned. Like, he started chasing me.
I got goon.
He started like chasing me like halfway across the lake. I'm like, no! I started running to my mom, and then he bit my ass. He actually like bit my ass, dude. And he hung on there. He hung,
Oh, that reminds me of another story when I was in elementary school.
like he hung on to me. Keep in mind, I was like 4 or 5,
Oh damn.
and he hung on for like a clean like second or two, and then he just let go and ran off.
He wanted that 5-year-old purple booty.
No.
And then
Like, give me that ass.
both of these stories have to do with my butt. Don't know why animals like hitting them. But the second one is I was at the petting zoo. And I'm like over here messing with the goats, and I pull on its tail, right? Because I'm
The
a,
goats? Why? Why do you ever think pulling on a goat's tail would be a good idea?
because I was a dickhead kid, and it pooped right in front of me. I don't know what I was thinking. So I like pulled on his tail, right? And it turned around, and it just started charging at me.
I'm glad it did, you fucking asshole.
I started running. It hit me in my ass, and I actually like flew for a good like 5 seconds.
Wait, hold on.
You can't fly for
You
5
can't.
seconds.
No, it seemed like 5 seconds. It was short, but I actually went pretty far. I went at
Probably
least
gave
like
you
20
like a little
feet.
love tap.
I had a bruise on my ass for like a good week.
Lift you off your feet a bit.
I had a good bruise for like a week though. It was pretty big.
Catch me, daddy.
Catch me. My parents just laughed at me though. They didn't even help me.
Damn.
They
I would
laughed.
have laughed too. You're a fucking idiot.
Deserved.
Hey man, I got abused. Help me.
See, like now you learn.
How you gonna call that abuse when you started it?
I didn't start the first one.
The goat was just defending itself. He was like, I'm not about to let some little pussy boy bitch about to pull my tail.
Bitch ass boy. Pulling on my tail. I ain't having none of that.
Man, I hate getting gooned by
Nice.
animals. Alright, George, I think it's your turn.
Alright, so back in around like middle school, I'd have my friends would come over to my house and we'd like chill and shit. We'd do some stupid ass stuff. So my friend, he came over to my house this one time. It was like five. No, it was like yeah, it was like five of us, and we were just chilling. And then like one of them hops on the treadmill. This guy is like 5'2". He's real short, but he's like the same like age as us. He's actually 5'2" to this day. He's like 18,
Oh my god.
and
Oh no.
so he hops on the treadmill and he's just like going at like a 4, which is pretty average. It's like jogging pace. And my friend walks by and he's like, "Hey, I have a treadmill at home too. At home I do 10."
Oh my
And my
god.
friend,
no.
my friend is
Oh
like,
no.
"All right, let me try 10."
No.
He turns on the 10. He's running.
Like
He's running
immediately.
faster. And the treadmill gets pumped almost up to its full speed, and it's like too fast for a little 5'2" boy. And he
Nigga
has to
thought
like,
he was Usain Bolt.
and he has treadmill. He has like those like two little like things that protrude out, so you can like put your arms there while you walk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he like lifts himself up,
Oh no.
so like he doesn't fucking get like
Eat shit.
No, he's
he
gonna eat
doesn't so he
shit.
doesn't he doesn't fucking like get swept away by the treadmill for like going too fast. So he lifts up and everything's looking fine and dandy, but for some reason he falls back down, right? And
No.
his treadmill's going at 10 speed. This is like sprinting speed, and he like face plants onto the treadmill,
Oh
and then the
no.
treadmill sends him backwards and straight into like the wall behind,
Oh,
Oh,
and it
no.
fucking
no.
breaks the wall.
Oh my
His knee
god.
flies into the wall, and it fucking breaks the wall. And there's like this huge ass hole in the wall, and my parents are home, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
What the
No.
fuck do I do?
And
No.
then that's the end of that. And that's been a meme ever since.
Did
with
his
my
knee
friends.
break?
No, nothing happened. He said it didn't really hurt, but he broke the fucking wall.
What your parents
then-
do about the wall?
We just patched it up, And then
Oh.
every time my friends come over, it seems like something fucking breaks. Like other times, like they fucking drop my headphones and my headphones fucking broke. And then
Oh,
one time,
no.
my friend he like jumped off. He like jumped off the stairs, yeah.
Mm.
And then like he had socks on, so he like fucking slid when he landed, and he slammed into the wall. The wall didn't break this time. There's a wall socket on like right there, and the fucking wall socket crashed. Like it cracked in half. So,
Your
yeah,
friends are
to
always
this,
doing stupid shit.
to this day, the wall socket on that wall is like fucking like taped together.
No worries. It won't break again.
Yeah, people always breaking shit in my house.
DeMarco, did you have a story about stairs?
Oh. Oh my god.
Are you
Compose yourself. Holy shit.
All right, so
What happened?
this actually happened last year. Like, well, not last year, but like at the end of last school year. So like, it's like the last 2 weeks of school. I'm skipping my second period with my friends.
Mhm.
Ooh,
It-
bad kid.
It was me, my best friend, and my best friend's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I'm walking down the stairs, and we're like joking around and saying stupid shit. And then my best friend's like, "Man, I'd be hitting pussy on the reg." So I'm all right. I'm like at the bottom of the stairs, and he's coming down to the top, and his girlfriend's behind him. And then she's like, "You what?" Then she pushes him down the stairs, right?
Oh my
And
god.
keep in mind,
No.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs, right? So like he tries to catch himself by jumping, right? He ends up jumping onto my back,
Little monkey boy.
and we just go to the floor, and then like it's like a big crash, and I'm just on the floor like I'm just like, what the fuck? Then we hear one of the security guards was like, what happened? What's happening over there? So we had to get up and book it up the stairs. And while we're running up the stairs, I'm in the front, right? because I wanted to be the first one to get up and run because I
Mhm.
thought the rest of them were slow. So I'm running up the stairs, right? And I get to like the last few stairs, and I slip and fall down the stairs again because when my friend landed on me, he fucked up my leg. So we fall back down the stairs,
Shit,
and we're just there. We're just there, like, dude. I wanted to cry so bad. It hurt so bad, but we had to get up and run up the stairs again. Like, oh my god. It was so fucked.
What the fuck, bro? How are you
And
so
like ever
clumsy?
since then, I just like whenever we're near stairs, I always make sure they go ahead of me.
Stair trauma.
Bruh. No. Are you okay, dude? After that traumatic
Well,
experience?
I'm not afraid of stairs. I'm more afraid of walking upstairs with them behind me.
Oh my god.
Because you'll slip and eat all of them.
Dude.
Dude,
Oh my god.
God.
Do you still hang out with those friends?
Of course. That something like that wouldn't make me stop being friends with somebody. It was just like a chain of
Oh,
unfortunate events.
I was wondering if like you just happened to like some friends you kind of talk to them and they just
Well, I don't talk to my best friend as much as I normally because like he was a senior and graduated.
Mm-mm. That's easy. Alright, any more stories, guys?
If anyone else has a story, they can go, and then I have one more.
I got one.
Ooh.
So my neighbor, he's just like this little brat kid. He's like 6 years younger than me or something.
Oh god.
And like my family would always invite his family over for dinner because or not for dinner, for like house party or whatever. They invite some people.
Mhm.
And this kid, I swear to God, he's always stealing shit from my house every time he comes over. So
Oh
like
my
the
God.
first time, I'm like, did I just lose that thing, or is it like actually gone somewhere? Second time, like things are definitely disappearing whenever they come over. So, and then the third time, I'm like, I bet it's one of the fucking kids. And so one time, my neighbors invited our family over, and I find the shit that he stole from my house in his house, and I'm like, oh, you motherfucking kid. I was like, I think I was like 12 or 10 at the time.
Oh
So
my god.
I actually end up, no, he's not like 6 years younger than me. He's like 4 or 3.
I ended up
And,
beating up a 12 or a 5-year-old.
nah, I didn't end up fighting him. He was like 8.
Oh my god.
So, I was older, so I fucking won. And like this happened so many times. Like he kept fucking doing shit that would like piss me off, and we ended up fighting like 3 times. And one time, speaking of stairs, we fought on the fucking stairs.
Oh,
So
no.
one time he was trying to like fucking push me down the stairs, but I had my hand like holding on the rail, so it was like I didn't fall down the stairs. So since I reacted, I turned around and I fucking like grappled him, and I like got him onto the fucking I pinned him down, and I like kind of like punched him a couple times, and then he started crying. So I was like, I don't want to fucking like beat him that bad. So I let him go, and he starts running to his mom, and then his mom's like, you fucking beat up my kid and shit. What the fuck you doing? He's so bad. And I'm like, man, he started it.
Literally, the only thing you can say.
Yeah, because you can't really say anything. And then they never invite us over anymore, and
Oh,
we never invite them over anymore either.
Man.
Now sometimes he's like, he lives right fucking next to me, like he's like 50 feet away, and like sometimes I see him outside. He has this little man bun. He's trying to be a little swag kid.
Damn. Alright. I got another
If you're
story.
watching this video, little man, bud kid, you're an asshole.
I got another story. Speaking of stairs again.
Oh my god.
This is just gonna be
Stairs.
stairs, dude.
That's talking about some Shmeat stairs.
Talking about some stairs.
Yeah, talk about some
Talking about some
stairs. Yeah, pretty much. So I was at my cousin's house, right? And,
Yeah.
like, his dad and mom, like, very strict, like, military. So
Mm.
I was spending the night at his house, right? And they're gone. So I'm, like, babysitting them, right? So
Mhm.
we had the genius idea of using this little cardboard box to slide down the stairs.
What the fuck?
Oh.
So I'm painting a picture for you. There's the set of stairs, right, going down. To the so to the left is just a wall. To the right is the living room, and right in front of the stairs is the door. So my cousin, he was about like 5'4", like 98 pounds, like really, really light, right?
Yeah.
So I went down first. And of course, I'm heavier than what he was. So like I just stayed on the ground. And I just slid, right? And then he's like, yo, it's my turn, let's go. And he's like a year or two younger than me. So he goes down, right? When he gets about halfway, he lifts up from the fucking stairs.
Oh my god.
Because he builds up enough momentum, because the stairs are pretty long. And he goes up, like not too much, just like the front side, like the bottom half is still on the stairs. And then when he hits the bottom, he bounces off, and then he face plants into the door.
Oh my god.
Keep in mind, the door
Package
is
has been delivered.
the door is like metal.
That's
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's like one of those screen doors, right? Oh my god, dude. His face was like hella red after.
Oh my god.
Like, he
I
wasn't
can't.
crying. We were just freaking out what about his parents were gonna do.
Wait, was there like a dent in the door or some shit?
No, it's just his face was fucked up.
Oh.
It just had like a fucking, it had a mark.
Oh.
So we're like, oh no. Good thing it healed after a little bit, like before they got home. But jeez.
How old were you?
Right now?
No, how old
No,
were
no.
you?
How
when
were
that
how old were you
happened?
when it happened?
Oh, I think I was like 15, 14. He was like 12, 13.
Alright, I got a story.
Okay.
This goes back to like the old days, like back when I was 10 years old. So you know, I'm living large, you know. This is actually, I think, a year before I came to like the elementary school that I met Caesar at.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is like during summer, and I'm living in this young house. You know, we living it up, living large. So this is where I had my first crush also,
Hmm.
and it was me and my friend,
Spice.
and we would always ride our bikes together, and we would like ride it up and down the cul-de-sac all around like our block, and just like chat and like have fun. Then this new girl moved in, and she had a bike, and she saw us riding one day, and then she was like, "Can I ride with you guys?" And then we were like, "Yeah, sure." So we're riding, talking, and I was like, "Dang, a gamer girl, pretty cool." The funny thing is, she actually like gamed with us sometimes, because like we would go over to my friend's house and we game, and then so like we just like about a month of us into the summer of just us biking around and having fun. I'm like, yo, I tell my friend, I'm like, yo, I think I like this girl, and my friend's like, what? No way, I like her too.
No.
So like, it's like we just like, all right, so whoever can confess first gets to have her. So all right, another month goes
Like
by.
treating her like property.
Another month goes by, and like it's almost time to go back to school. And like, you know, what's it called? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention her parents are in the military, or her father was in the military. So like school's about to start back up and stuff, and like I'm like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna finally do it. But then my friend, like, we got together early and we ride our bikes, and then my friend was like, "Today I'm gonna confess to her," and then I was like, "Shit, we had the same plan. How could this be?"
Fucking
So I'm
retarded.
just like, all right, so like I'm just like panicking, right? And then she comes out, and then like I see my friend talking to her, and I'm like, oh, shit, what am I gonna do? So this is where it gets funny. So I take my friend's bike, I throw it,
Oh,
You
why?
throw it?
Wait, where?
I throw it into some random person's yard. Like you can see the bike over the fence, so like I throw it over the fence, and
Oh
then
my god.
I run up like it's like a few feet like was it 20 feet away, so they couldn't really he didn't really see me throw his bike, so I run into my friend and I interrupt their conversation. I'm like, "Yo, dude, like someone stole your bike."
You're a
Oh my.
dickhead.
Then my friend he's like, oh shoot, I gotta go find it, so he runs off to go find it. Then I'm like, hell yeah, that was my chance.
Oh my
You're a
So
god.
dickhead. You're such a dickhead.
I confess to her, right? And then she's like, "Oh, I like you too." And then this is where the story gets bad. So one of our other friends lives around the area we were biking at the time, and then he
Mhm.
saw me throw my friend's bike into the
Oh
yard.
my god.
So he tells my other friend, he's like, "Yo, your bike's over there." He gets his bike. My friend comes up behind me and he throws his bike.
Wait, he threw the bike at you?
Yes, he threw the bike at me. Like I didn't get like it wasn't bad, but like I fell to the ground. I had the bike on top of me. I'm like, why? He's like, Josh told me you threw his bike, or you threw my bike. What is wrong with you, man? And then the girl, her name was Hannah, and we used to make fun of her. Um, uh, she was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you hurting him? He's like, he threw my bike right when I was gonna confess to you. And then he was like, and then she was like, oh.
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 So that's what this is.
She realizes she was property the
But
entire
no,
time.
that's not even the worst part of it. So like you know, we end up like I don't even know what the hell it was. All we did was hold hands. Like so school's about to start up. It's like a week before school starts up. And keep in mind like it's 2 weeks later. So you know, I get to have my little fun. Then she tells me that her dad gets that stationed in another place and she has to move away. And I was like, so you mean to tell me I got hit with a bike for absolutely no reason, just for 2 weeks of like a little stupid romance? Are you kidding me? You gotta be joking.
Nice.
Nice.
And like ever
Fantastic.
since then, I learned to never throw my friends' items, or it'll come back and bite me.
It'll come back and land on you.
Literally.
Fucking boomerang bike.
Oh man. Ugh, you got any stories, Caesar?
There was a time when I was messing with a treadmill. All right, so
Oh, treadmill.
Oh yeah.
yep. All right, so my dad got got a treadmill, and like he put it downstairs, and I was just messing with it by myself. I was like, oh, okay, let's see what the max speed looks like.
Oh.
So I just looked at it. It was like, okay. So I just like started just jogging, then went up to the max speed, and then I didn't like launch off it. I just like hopped off it and then just kept on looking at it for some reason, because I was very
Just looking
observant.
at it go.
Yeah, I stopped it, and then shit. And then I went on it again, and for some reason, I'm like still fucking dumb, and then I fucking face planted, and it like grabbed my shirt.
Oh.
I was panicking and shit. It's a good thing the outlet was like right next to me, so I fucking pulled that shit and.
Dad, help! The treadmill's trying to eat me.
Yeah, that's that's how it went down.
Oh
And
no.
then I just learned to like never fucking play with a fucking treadmill.
I have a
Shit's
story about a treadmill,
destructive.
but it's actually not that.
Oh,
Alright.
I got
All
one.
that happened is I was just in a public gym messing around, and I accidentally turned it up too high, and I bust my ass.
Oh my god. Alright, George. Go.
All right. So, this was back when I lived in California. There was this like library, and there was a park outside the library. And
Uh-huh.
like, there's this fucking slide. I've never seen like a normal slide in a public place this fucking big. It's just a slide that's like, 'cause, like the slide part is like made of steel, and like
Yeah.
it's, I swear to God, it's like 50 feet tall or taller.
That's
It's
fucking
gigantic, and like there's like these stairs. You gotta climb up the stairs to get to the top of the slide. And
More
so this was like my
stairs.
first time going down. I was like, dude, this is kind of scary actually, being all the way the fuck up here. This slide is fucking gigantic. And I would slide down, and I decided, you know what? I want to go face first. So I slide down face first. This slide's like gigantic. I build up like so much fucking speed, and I fly out the end, and I fucking like face plant into like the bed of like rocks and shit.
Oh my god.
You was really eating some rocks.
I looked like that boy that eats rocks. I chew on rocks.
You are rock
And ever
star.
since that day, I learned that I love eating rocks.
Yeah, and then after that, I learned to not go down that slide face first.
I've never.
Even if you go down like leg first, because like this, I went again because I was like, man, that shit was pretty fun though. Even though you go leg first, like it's still so fast that you like when it kicks you off, you better be fucking ready to like run to like slow yourself down.
Oh my god, dude.
And then they took that slide down, and I was very sad.
All right, I have one more story, and then we're gonna
Wrap it up.
end this off.
Alright.
So it's not really. Actually, no, it's really funny. So it's your boy at elementary school. This is also before I met Caesar.
Young elementary school.
I'm like in elementary school, and this park, how you have recess and there's a little park you go to,
Mhm.
out in the school, and they were building this new thing, and it was a mountain climbing thingy. So, dude, I shit you not. Literally the first day that shit was there, every kid in recess was on that shit.
Dude, I used to
So
be actually.
I wait one day. I'm like, I don't want to be on there. I might get hurt. So like the second day, it's out. Kids will still get on it, but I wanted to be the first one. So I was like, I made sure I was line leader that day.
I made sure.
So I'm line leader, and then I go outside. Then I just sprint super fast, sprint. Then all the kids like start coming out of the classrooms. It's like that one scene from fucking I can't remember a movie, but like just any movie where they're running to go get some shit, and like we're just sprinting to be the first ones on that wall. So I'm the first one on the wall.
It's like that fucking what's it called? Hunger Games, when you run
Yeah.
into like the shit in the middle.
Yeah. So I just take off running, and I grab it and I start climbing as fast as I can. And I swear, dude, it felt like I was in a death game. Some kid was behind me, grabbed my leg. I shook his hand off, and he almost fell. Then like you could get to the top and sit on it, and I was close to the top, and like another kid like grabbed my arm. Then I grabbed his arm like with my arm that he grabbed. I shook him off, and I got in trouble for this because I made him fall off, and he landed on like two kids. And I wasn't allowed to go on the mountain climbing wall for a whole month. And by that time, the mountain climbing wall wasn't even cool anymore.
Oh my god. No.
Them young elementary school days. Man, I actually missed that elementary school. It wasn't as cool as Chillum.
Oh man. Alright.
Chillum was kind of gay because we lost recess in the 5th grade.
Alright, we done? We good?
I guess we done.
All right.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this talking about some Shmeat. Tune in next week. We're gonna be talking about the anime for fall 2017. Be really excited to talk about that. So see you when we see you. Bye.
Bye.
White.
Bye.